So I wanted to just make a quick screen recording here of what I have set up for NETSL so that you can keep tabs on your registrations when you're ready to open them up. So you can see on the screen here, this is called AirTable. This is something that I've been using for NELA for conference stuff for a few years now. So there is a Zap setup. I don't know if anyone's familiar with it. It's just a connection between two different programs. I'm sure you've probably used something similar if you haven't used Zapier. And it will send it to Airtable in real time. So I will invite you all here so that you can see it. So you can see I was just testing it out here. It's not a perfect thing. It's parsing the data, and I couldn't quite get it exactly how I wanted it, but it will pull the names, basically all the information that is entered for that person, for their registration. I mean, primarily what you would probably want to see is their name, their email, their registration type. I have it set up in the registration form so that if they select in person, it will show them the thing to ask if they're vaccinated, and their only option to choose is yes, and it's a required field. And then in this case here, you would see how much they had paid. I was testing, so obviously there's nothing there. How much they have due, their member type, and if they are active or lapsed, or perhaps just a prospect, meaning they are not in any kind of membership status at all. The only thing is that this is not live once it enters into Airtable, if that makes sense. So the only thing that will be not updated is, say we enter somebody, in which case I would do it and I could update Airtable. I entered several larger groups of people for the NETSL event last year, where there were a couple of people from an institution, and then I invoiced them, and the institution paid for several members of that who were attending. So it would show initially that they hadn't paid anything until the institution sends us the money, in which case I'll just have to manually update that for you. So you can click in here if you want to look at anything. You can expand the records, for example. It just opens it up here. And if you wanted to do anything else in here, you could, edit these sections here. You could make a note about this person. For example, need a follow-up about vax status, something like that. If we needed to remember something about this person, you could make a comment there, and then you'll be able to see that. So if I made a comment here, you would be able to see that. If you made a comment here, I would be able to see that, and you'd be able to see when that comment was made. See how I'm hovering over it, and it pops up that little box that shows when I made that comment. It will show 2 weeks of revision history up here. Revision history is if I'm changing something in these boxes here. The comments will stay forever. Those don't get erased. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to upload this so you guys can take a look at it. It's kind of just like Excel with some extra powers on it. And I've been liking to use it. If you have any questions, please let me know.